Hello, I'm Clarice Hay from BeHealing.com, and this is the energy update for Friday, the 25th of March, 2022. Hope you're doing well. I have a live show 3 times a week here on YouTube called Psychic Cafe. Would love to see you in there. In that, I do general channeling for the collective, but I also give mini reads as well. So if you've got a question for your higher self that you want answering, you can come along in there. It's by donation for those mini reads. To find the next show, click on the Be Healing thing down there, and you will see the next show laying in wait, so you can find out when it is in your time zone. You can also click on set a reminder there. Be sure to have clicked that subscribe button along with that notification bell to hear when that is. Just lost a card. Hang on. If you're interested in a private reading with me, I'll do those from my website, behealing.com. They're available from my website anyway. To book in, you can find the link below in the description box and also up there as well. I'd love to read for you. If they're all sold out, I do them within 48 hours, so just check back the next day. I generally make some available each time. Call forth a wave. So you're asking for a shake-up in your life, for things to get moving, for more passion, for, things to get moving. Be careful what you're asking for, because, when these things do come about, we tend to get a little stressed as well. It's what we wanted, but we get a little stressed about it because change is always stressful for human beings, right? Warrior and connection. So community card and the warrior as well. You might be fighting people on something today. This could be just like arguments about who's chopping that tree down, is it on your property, their property, that kind of thing. Arguments in the community, needing to stand up to yourself in some kind of a way. Yeah, just a little bit of trouble. A little bit of trouble in paradise there. Something about your community or your neighbor or something like that. For some of you. Okay, what else in the energies today? People could be feeling defensive about the boundaries today, physical boundaries in the home, but it's probably got underlying things behind it, If we're all happy with our own boundaries, our own personal boundaries, then we tend not to start wars with our neighbors, Um, yeah, so if you are feeling a little bit like grabbing your purse strings kind of thing, that's mine, that's not yours, kind of an energy. So you might want to check your boundaries, like your personal boundaries, saying yes and saying no to people. More likely to get triggered about like boundary and who's chopping that tree down or whatever kind of a problems if you have kind of been led squandering your energy or saying yes when you should have been saying no to someone else. So check your own boundaries. Four of Wands, we've got some kind of a marriage going on here. Solid foundations, partnership. You could be sorting stuff out today because of a partnership that you're getting into. Sorting out stuff in your community or issues that you've had with the community or with neighbours or with a landlord or something like that, so that you can move forward in a solid relationship with someone. What else? The world, yeah, a cycle completing and a new cycle starting as well. So it's like tying up loose ends in order to move forward. So those plans that you've been making the last couple of days with these energy updates, it might be time to kind of sort your end out of it, kind of thing. Sort out your problems with your landlord. Make sure that you're going to get that security deposit back, setting those things in order. That is just that kind of stuff. Clearing up, tying up those loose ends. Death. Something needs to be put to death for a rebirth to be had so that you can have this new start. And it's wounding from the past. Like I said, if you've got a battle on your hands, I've just got this feeling today that it's because of a lack of boundaries that you've had in the past. Maybe you didn't stand up for yourself in the past. Maybe you thought you just let it go and it would be swept under the rug kind of thing. And I don't feel like it is. It was because of old wounding that you didn't stand up for yourself. So there's something that needs to end today to start this new journey off, and it's got something to do with previous wounding. So maybe you'd healed yourself, but you're still suffering from the decisions that you made when you were unhealed, because that happens. What else? Queen of Swords. There you go. There's your boundaries, cutting something out, new boundaries. So you might have learned your new boundaries, but still be suffering the repercussions of the decisions that you made when you were wounded and you weren't so empowered and didn't have those strong boundaries. So Four of Wands, this is great energy to start with though. Four of Wands, it's moving forward with someone. You've had these ideas, you've done that planning, it's okay, it's go time now. Let's make there's a solid foundation, a sturdy foundation. Let's move forward together in this thing. It's a new start, and it's a new start that's come from clarity of mind too. So you've made a definite decision on something, is what it feels like. Strip the illusions away. So it's like, yeah, it's these problems. It's like I've got to face up to these problems now. This problem with the community or the landlord or the neighbours or whatever it is. Got to face up to that now and sort it out and do the tricky thing and face the situation now to move forward, so we can have this fresh start together, so we can build this solid foundation together. The world. A cycle needs to complete first. Two of voices. Something that you've not wanted to face. You've had those blinkers on, those blindfolds on. It's like, I don't want to make a decision on this. I don't want to cut something out. You're going to have to now. You're going to have to step forward and sort something out that you've just left kind of running in the background, hoping it would sort itself out, and it's not going to sort itself out. You need to face that now and make that decision. So no more sticking your head in the sand. Time to deal with it. Healing energy. Because you've healed now, and because you've got, once you heal to, well, we're never completely healed, right? But once you heal to a certain point, you can empower yourself then and make good decisions for yourself and take that action and confront things instead of feeling like, no, I just need love because I'm in this raw, unloved kind of place. So I just want people to like me rather than confronting them about and standing up for myself. Once you're healed, you're not in that raw place anymore. So you can confront people. I'm not talking about stirring up trouble. I'm talking about sorting trouble out, because trouble will always be out there, right? So death and rebirth and the Fool and the Nine of Wands. It's come from this. The inability to deal has come from this woundedness. And it's bound you because of it. It stopped you from moving forward. So you could have been doing all kinds of law of attraction stuff, trying to create this new path forward, but constantly there was this thing bugging you behind all of this thing that needed to face up. You needed to face up to. The wheels are in motion now. So something is triggering you. Something is getting moving now, triggering you to deal with all of this stuff now, to put an end to it and to face up to that. And yes, there might be some repercussions from it. You might lose out on something. You may have to pay some money, but at least then it'll be sorted out, right? This is the kind of energy like, I was so wounded that I was never I wouldn't even look at the bills that were coming in or the credit card balance. I wouldn't deal with it because I was too scared to even look at it. Well, now you're moving forward on something. It's time to face up to that. It's time to open those envelopes. It's time to call the bank and sort something out. It's that kind of an energy. It's time to deal now. What's behind this? Past, present, and future, because you want to move into the future, and so it's time to leave the past in the past and sort that stuff out. It's not going to be such a big deal as you think it is as well. Whenever we get to the point of courage to be able to face those things that need facing, it's never as bad as you thought it was going to be. Queen of Swords, but you need to have boundaries and say no. Yeah, there's the Death card again and the Tower, and it's time to do it now as well. So I do feel like you could be kind of shoved into this today to put an end to something once and for all, so you can have this rebirth. The shit is hitting the fan here. It's time to do it, or if you don't do it now, it's going to get worse and worse. So, yes, time to face up to those things for sure. Perfect timing, and it's not going to be as bad as you think. It never is, right? Have you been in situations like that? Let me know. Where you'll be dreading looking at something. You didn't look at something for a very long time. And then when you finally did, it wasn't so bad. Let us all know in the comments below. I'm always having those experiences. Ancient wisdom. It will always be that way. What I just said, it will always be that way. It's ancient wisdom. Now, what about our love lives today? What's going on in our love lives today? Woo. It's looking a bit spicy in our love lives today. Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. So you can have a very strong love with somebody here that is setting these wheels in motion, getting you to face up to things in your past, sorting it out now for this new start with someone that is in love with you and you're in love with them. You've got passion here as well. A magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. Movement forward with your love life. And yeah, it feels like you're making that movement forward for your love life today. Step up and lead. Step up, taking the lead. Now, it could be that you wanted your new partner or the current partner to sort something out for you, but it's actually you that's going to do that. And it could be that the energy of the person that's by your side now is giving you, well, it's setting the wheels in motion, but it's giving you that courage to do it. You've got a bit of backup there. It's good. But you're still stepping up and taking the lead. You need to lead the way in this. Don't kind of sit back and hope that they sort it out for you, because that isn't going to happen. What else? In our love lives, guarded heart. You could have been guarding your heart because of this Nine of Wands energy. This, oh, yeah, because of the wounded energy. Now, it could be because of this thing that you haven't sorted out in your life as well. This could be something that you didn't want to own up to your partner. You didn't want to tell them about that credit card debt. You didn't want to tell them about the problems with your landlord, that thing that you broke in the house that's going to take a fair bit to sort out, or you're going to lose your security deposit or something like that. Whatever this trouble is, you might not have wanted to tell your partner. You might have been like guarding your heart here, but I think today you're kind of feeling healed enough to own up to it, to step up and take that lead and sort it out and face up to the situation. But it's caused your heart to be a little bit guarded with them, so you've not been totally honest and vulnerable with your partner, maybe not until today. Interesting. So there's been strings attached, right? And you might not have realized that you've been doing this. You might just be realizing it today. Oh, I was holding something back. There was something I didn't want to tell them. Communicating that today. So a lot of communication going on today. And, you could communicate, tell them about it and say, I'm going to sort it out now. I'm doing this for us. For our future together. Self-love. I love the self-love card. It comes out pretty much every day, and I love that because it is all around self-love. We have to find that self-love before we can have positive things go on in our lives, because we attract and we manifest what is a match, not to what we're giving out to everyone else around us, but what we're giving to ourselves, how we feel about ourselves, what we will do for ourselves. So everything is just like starts out with self-love. Fear of commitment now. What are we getting ourselves into here? Have a bit of a fear of committing here, especially if there's something that you need to sort out. Especially if there's a reason that you're guarded, there's something that you're not telling your partner. That could lead to a fear of commitment. You could be figuring out today what has led to a fear of commitment. Cynicism. Yeah, I was just getting that. It could be that your person's got a fear of commitment as well, because of cynicism. So your partner could have been picking up that you're holding something back, and that could have made them cynical about you, and they didn't know why. I do feel like whatever it is that you're owning up to today and sorting out could be the key to it all, where all of that muddy energy, those strings attached kind of an energy, gets revealed, and it could take that fear of commitment away and that cynicism away. You know how we can pick up on energies, like you're holding something back from me, I know that you are. We just feel like you can't really trust someone fully when they're like that. Even if we don't know why or what it is, we can still feel it, can't we? And so I feel like someone's felt that about you. There's something a little bit dodgy about you, but they're not quite sure. And you might be realizing today what that is, facing up to it. Got a crib here, birth or conception of a child or enterprise. So something definitely new being born here. We have a torch. Spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. So really getting it now. Oh, now I know why we had to wait. It's all making sense now. You should accept valid criticism. There you go. Yeah, because you're going to get it today, right? Yes, when you face up to this, the person involved might say, why didn't you sort this out years ago? And you just got to take that on. And you might say, because I was too scared to. Yeah. It's honest. It's vulnerable. And in need of assistance and guidance. Well, that's another thing too. You might be needing to ask someone for help in all of this. You know, you might be owning up to a problem that's like, okay, well, I've got myself into this debt. How can can you help me to get out of this? You could be calling the bank up saying, what can we do about this? Can you help me out here? Is there a way of getting around this? I'll commit to something, but let's have a plan of action to get me out of this. Think of a yes or no answer question because I've got a red and a green crystal in this bag. I'm going to pull one of them out very shortly, just a bit of fun, that, because this is a general reading. If you want me to pull one of those out for a specific question that you've got, come along to my Psychic Cafe show live here on YouTube 3 times a week. Do that for you. We'll pull cards out as well for clarity. It's for donations for that. You can find the next show by clicking on the Be Healing thing that's down there. You'll see the next show laying in wait so you can see when it is in your time zone. You can click on set a reminder there. Be sure to click on the subscribe button along with that notification bell down there so you get those notifications through when I'm live, and come along. Would love to do a mini read for you. Also, I offer private readings as well if you're interested in one of those and you want to ask questions for it. Book yourself in. There's a link in the description box below and also one up there. And if you've got specific questions for it after you've booked in, just click on the Contact Us page on my website. Put your questions in there. How best to deal with these energies today? We have the 6 of Swords. So we are anchoring those dreams in now from the 5D into the 3D, making them real. And there's kind of hurdles to get through, right? To lock your dreams in. So it's not all about the hurdles. There's something good coming from it. 4 of Wands was the first card out. But calling forth a wage, remember, it's turbulent time going through these changes. Something to face up to today and to deal with it. It'll be easier than you think. Don't worry about it. So think of a yes or no answer question now. Pause the video if you're not ready for your answer. Is no. It's the ruby. Don't do it. You've been warned. There you go. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there. Leave a comment as well. Love hearing from you guys. What's going on? This is pretty in-your-face kind of an energies, but it's in a good way. It's movement forward. Sorting something out so the burdens are gone now. Don't forget to click on that subscribe button along with that notification bell down there as well to hear more from me. I do one of these energy updates every single day of the year. I go live 3 times a week in my Psychic Cafe show, which I'd love to see you in. And I do 3 Love Picker card reads a week. You can find one right there. Watch that next. And I will see you tomorrow. Have an amazing day. Bye.